Hello, welcome back to another day of Think Aloud word games. As always, we're going to start with Wordle. Let's get metacognitive. Alrighty. I always start with audio due to the 4 vowels, and it looks like none of those are in there, so I'm guessing there are double E's. So I'm going to go, I usually go with creep or steep. I'm going to go with creep today. Has some good, ooh, nice. So we only have one E, which is nice to know where it is. And there's an R. So that means there has to be probably a triple letter blend in front of the E. So I'm thinking C-H-R-E. C-H-R-E. What would that end with? Unless there's a Y in there somewhere. But I'm thinking it must be a C-H-R. So I'm just going to type that to help my brain kind of focus on that. C-H-R-E. Nothing is immediately coming to mind. So perhaps I am wrong with that. I'm scanning the keyboard and trying to see if any of those look right. Ooh, no, can't do C-L-R, C-K-R, C-G-R. C-M, So it makes me think that perhaps there is a Y in that second position, because I am not thinking of another triple letter with a C at the beginning. Triple letter blend, that is. So I'm just going to backspace and just see if I put CY, if anything pops into my head. Then we would have to have an E there. Interesting. I almost feel like going for some completely in a different direction to see if I get any letters in the placement of the R to give me an idea. So I'm trying to think of a word that has an H in it, an R in the place that I think it may be, as well as a Y. And I'm thinking hearty. Although I know the D's not in it, but I can't quickly think of another one. So even though I know the D's not in there, I am going to go with it just to see if there is indeed a Y, if there is indeed an H, and if the R possibly is in that third position. So here we go. Okay, so there is definitely a Y, which tells me that in all likelihood it is in that second or third position. Well, obviously now it has to be in the second or third position because it's not in the fourth, because we see where the E goes, and we see where the C goes. So, and there's no H. So here we go again. So I was thinking C-Y, but perhaps it's C with another letter, and the only, besides H, the only other digraph or blend that comes to mind is an L. So if we did C-L-Y, but then it would be an E. That does not sound very likely. E-R, Clyer. Is it? It's very interesting. Sinner. Let's see. C-Y, scanning the letters. Q no, W no. Cider, C-Y-T-E-R. C-Y-S-E-R. because the R has to be in the last position. So it's something ER. So let's continue to scan. Focus. Cipher, Siger, Siger, Cyker, Siler, Sizer, Sixer, Cyber. Oh, Cyber! Duh! That's what you gotta do. You just gotta run through the letters. Here we go. This should be it. And ta-da! It is it. Hooray! Alrighty. Moving right along, we're gonna go up next to connections. Also, I'm usually much faster with Wordle, so that took me a little bit. Hopefully connections will be better, even though it is not my strong suit. And here we go. Create 4 groups of 4. I'm just going to read across the top. It helps me just kind of think out loud and think of what possible groups could exist. Stop, gross, make. So because make was next to that, like how much money do you make, your gross income came to mind. Home, yield, so stop sign, yield sign. Volume, slow, that could be another street sign, so stop, yield, slow. Snare, quiet. Kettle, net, so your gross income, your net income. Could also get your yield on a stock. Mute is another way for volume, quiet, mute could all seem to go together. Ear, sleepy, oil, calm. Okay, so I was leaning towards street signs, but I don't see, unless I'm missing it, stop, yield, slow. I don't see any other ones that would likely be a street sign. Quiet. What do you make? What is your yield? What is your gross? What is your net? I feel like those are all income related. I'm going to shuffle once before I make a decision to move forward in anything. Mute, quiet. Gross. Yield. Your make, what you make. I'm going to submit it. I have a feeling it's not it, but we'll find out. Oh, it is earn. Okay, we got the green category. All right. Wasn't too confident on that, but that is good. It takes my street sign theory out of the mix, so I know that that's not going to be there. So here we go. Kettle. Kettle corn. Kettle corn is coming to mind besides like a tea kettle. Is there anything that would go with corn? So if something's sleepy, calm, quiet, mute, it's relaxing. I'll try it. No, one away. Okay, calm, quiet, mute. I'm thinking. I'm going to get rid of sleepy and go to the calm one's throwing me off though. So I don't know if it's air or volume. I'm going to try volume. Use a mistake. Oh, not at all. Okay, so sleepy was definitely in the mix. Calm, quiet. Maybe it's not mute then. Maybe it's you're sleepy, you're calm, you're quiet. Maybe you're moving slow. Do I go for a guess? I'm going to shuffle one more time and see if I see any other words next to each other that spark something. Home. Home sweet home. Mute. Mute button. Mute means not talking. You want something to stop. Now, snare is almost like a hunting term, but also you could give someone a snare, like a dirty look. Volume. So those could be buttons on a remote, right? Volume, mute, stop. Okay, those are making me think. I'm going to deselect all for a minute. Volume, mute, stop, and maybe the home button are buttons on a remote control. Yes, remote control functions. Okay. This always makes me laugh is when I don't have the yellow one. The yellow category, which is supposed to be the most obvious. Which now I'm thinking quiet, slow, calm, sleepy. I don't think I tried that. We'll find out. It will tell me if I've already guessed it. Hardly bustling. Okay, the opposite of bustling. All right, so we're left with the last four, which are snare, kettle, oil, ear. And as I said this, started to say snare and kettle, drum popped into my mind. So snare drum, kettle drum, oil drum, ear drum. So I think the purple category is blank drum. And so let's click on it and see. Solid. Okay. So we were indeed correct or on that. Next, we're going to head over to the mini. And hopefully I do it faster than I have the last couple of days. A couple days ago was the longest it ever took me. Yesterday was half of that, but still not where I'm usually at. So here we go. All right. What verb or adjective is confusingly? Confusingly. But it's not confused. All right, I'm going to skip that one. Nothing comes to mind right away. On the blank. And number 5 is connected. Where the heart is, it's said. On the road, on the... Does it mean to put heart there on the heart? Where the heart is? Makes me think sleeve. The chest. There's only 4 letters. That is totally holding me. One holding the deed. I think that would be owner. 7 across. Large in scope as a photography lens. I was thinking wide lens, but that's not enough letters. Angle. Nothing. They're rolled in annoyance. They're rolled in annoyance. Like a pet peeve? I don't know. Alright, I'm going to go one down. Today's not a good day. You've got to be kidding. You've got to be kidding. Wow. Unit equal to roughly 28 grams. An ounce. Whoops. I already have the E there. Alrighty. App customers. An app customer. I want to say player, user. Alright, 4 down. Infamous Roman emperor. Oh, this is going to be embarrassing. I can't think of any Roman emperor. Caesar? No, not long enough. Alright. Alright. Let's go back to number 1 across. What verb or adjective is confusingly? Oh, it's a noun. A verb is, it's because it's a thing. An adjective is also a noun because it's a thing. Alrighty, that was a fun times. On the blank. On the house, right? Something's on the house. Alrighty. So, is it narrow? I want to think. Narrow? I'm not sure. Where the heart is the home. Is that home? Okay. Oh, large in scope, macro lens. So it was narrow. Okay. And 8 across. Eris? What is number 1 down? You got no way. Oh my good. They're rolled in annoyance. Your eyes. Let me just show you that again. You roll your eyes, which I roll my eyes without even knowing, so that is embarrassing that I hadn't gotten that. Okay. Well, live and learn. All right, last puzzle is going to be Strands for today. Cold snap is the theme, 7 words. I just scanned and I see what I think is blizzard. So I'm gonna go, the 2 Z's immediately stood out. Let's see if I'm on the right track. Hooray, I am on the right track. So it's gonna be cold, things associated with cold, I'm guessing. So right now I see frost right next to that. It's just popping out at me. I see the word winter, but I'm wondering if that's part of the spangram and won't be by itself. Yes. All right, so it's probably going to be winter weather, it looks like. Winter. Sorry, me and the trackpad are not friends. And winter weather is the spangram. All right, we have 4 more words. And I see right over here, the Z's are what are popping out because there are not many words with double Z's. So that they're just there waiting to be found. Drizzle. All right. And I know there are a few words left. And if I look over here, I see an F. It's going to be flurry. Oops, I did this the wrong way. Flurry. Because you can't cross over. 2 words left. And snow. And sleet. Wow, this was really easy today. Wow. All right, well, today, January 5th is done. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.